What's up, boys? Today I'm gonna help you guys master your switch riding. I'm gonna give you guys 5 steps, and if you follow all these 5 steps, by the end of this video, you should be just as good as you are on your switch foot as you are on your good foot. Now, I'm making this video because I think riding switch is one of the most important things on a wakeboard. It gives you so many more opportunities. You won't have that excuse anymore like, oh, I wish I could do that transfer, but it's on my toe side and I don't want to do it switch. Or, oh, I want to do a flip on that rail, but it's on my switch side, so I don't want to do a switch flip transfer. If you learn to ride switch very early on, when you've just learned to ride a lap around the cable, hit a mini kicker, hit a mini box, if you start learning switch very early on, it'll help you so much. And as you become a better wakeboarder, riding switch will just feel more and more natural. So start early. Riding switch is a pain in the ass to learn. It's one of the most annoying things to learn, and it takes time. It took me a lot of time to master my switch riding, so just be ready for that. Be patient and enjoy the process while you're doing it. Boys, before we go hop on the water, make sure you go subscribe, go comment down below what kind of tutorials you guys want in the future, and go like the video while you're down there. So we're gonna hop on the water right now, and we're gonna start with step 1 on how to start riding switch. We're gonna go from the first step to where if you've never even tried to ride switch before, how to switch over and get onto your switch foot. So basically how to do a surface 180 all the way to when you can ride lap switch, what you can do to hit your first obstacle, switch, land switch for the first time off an obstacle. We're gonna go through everything in this video. So by the end of this, switch won't even be switch for you. Oh, no! God damn, I don't know what happened right there. All right, boys, so step 1, if you want to learn to ride switch, you got to learn a surface 180. So basically just doing a 180 on the water to get from your good foot over to your bad foot. So I'll show you how that works right now. So I'm left foot forward, so everything I show you right now, if you're right foot forward, same, but just opposites. So when you come around, you want to be right under the cable. You're gonna bring that handle into your right hip with 2 hands. So pull that handle slowly into the right hip and then drop that back hand. When you're in switch, you basically wanna shift your weight over. A lot of people will be awkward and keep all their weight on that front leg because that's usually their back leg. So just shift the weight over to the back leg. Keep that front leg straight. Keep your arms nicely locked. Now, very important when you're switching is keep your weight on your heels, especially when you're here in board slide. If you keep your weight on your toes, you might catch a front edge. So bring that handle into your hip, weight on the heels, bring it in, drop that backhand, butt out a little bit, chin in front of your toes to keep the weight balance 50-50, and then just try hold that as long as you can. Surface 180 is step 1. That's probably where you're gonna waste most of the time riding switch. A lot of people lose patience right here. They can't really hold it, they lose a lot of balance, their weight's all off because they're not standing on their normal feet, and that's where they kind of say, fuck riding switch, I'm just gonna ride on my good foot. So that's where, you know, it's normal, it takes time. Be patient there and it'll pay off eventually. Once you learn how to do a surface 180 and you can hold that for at least 2 seconds, we're gonna go to step 2, which is riding switch. So I'm gonna show you guys what to do if you just learned your surface 180 on the water, what you can do now to get more and more comfortable riding switch. So the best way to work on riding switch is to set yourself goals. So I'm gonna say from the kickers over to the second set of rails, I'm riding switch. So swap over to your bad foot, ride switch, try hold it as long as you can. Once you get to the next set, swap back. When that becomes easy, try hold it all the way from the kickers all the way to the third set of features, and just hold it, try 2 hands, 1 hand, just feel it out. Try put your weight back a bit, forward a bit, try pretty much find the sweet spot to where you can feel as comfortable as you can riding switch. It's gonna feel very awkward in the beginning, you won't know where your weight's at, so this is where you kind of play around, you know, like now I look at myself on my good foot, I got like 60% weight on my back leg, 40 on the front, so when you're riding switch, try put yourself in that same position, but just on the opposite legs. We're gonna swap over to the switch leg, and when riding from the kickers to the last set of obstacles becomes easy, try carve a bit. So come to the right, come a bit on your toe side, weight on the heels, weight on the toes, and just learn to carve around. You know, maybe come over to an obstacle, try to spray it switch, try go for a little switch ollie, just mess around, have fun with it. Don't try just be like, I'm riding switch and make it boring. Try mess around, try like you know, come over to 180, come back around, like try go maybe a little bit power slidey on the water, 270, come back around. And this is all on the straight. I'm going through the corners, but I'm talking to you guys to go just down the straight. Around the corners might be a little complicated, but you know, just mess around. Carve around, little ollie, swap over, swap back, and just play around, have fun, and try to get as comfortable as you can with it. So step number 3 is gonna be riding switch through the corners. So when you can do the whole straight, when you can carve left and right a bit, pop some little ollies, then you're gonna try ride a whole lap switch. It's gonna be a little easier around these corners, and it gets a little tougher around those corners. But when you can ride lap switch, that's when I'll say the next step you'll be ready to start going on obstacles or landing switch off of obstacles or off of kickers, whatever you wanna do. First time riding switch through the corners is a funny one because it'll feel like the first time you ever did a corner. So make sure to get nice and easy with it. Go right through the middle of the buoys. When you come around, bring the handle into your hip, point that nose to where you want to go. Come back, middle of the buoys, handle into your hips, point the nose to where you want to go. Whoopa! Try not to overthink it too much. If you're ready going down to straight, carving around, then going through the corners shouldn't be too hard for you. It'll just feel weird in the beginning. When you've done a few laps riding switch, it'll just feel better and better as you're going through with it. Now this one's always the toughest one, the 90-degree one. So just nicely in between the buoys, handle to the hip, turn that nose over to where you want to go. So now you're riding lap switch around the lake, you're carving around and switch, you're getting super comfortable. Step 4 is landing trick switch. So I'm going to show you guys a very basic way to do this and a little bit more advanced way. So either you can start basic, step it up, or you're already pretty good on your switch foot and you want to start at a little bit of a more advanced spot. So you just learned how to do the surface 180, right? So now you got to learn an ollie 180. So you do the same thing, except you're going to pull it over to your hip with that backhand and all in one movement. So pop, bring it in, bring the legs around, kind of think, you know, you've got a football right there and you just want to kick that football, boom, and bring that handle into your back hip. So that's a good way to kind of get used to landing switch. You know, you're on your good foot, small ollie 180, and then you're landing switch. The next step would be to find a small obstacle like this, ride up it, 180 on it, land switch. When you land switch, you want to have your legs quite bent on the landing, more weight on the back, like 70-30, and that should make it more comfortable to land. And remember guys, as you're landing, butt out, chin forward, so your weight's 50-50. Mini kicker's also great for this. Come in with one hand or two hands, 180, land with the weight kind of on your back leg, but butt out, chin forward, and just stay low. Once you're comfortable, slowly stand up, slowly come over back to your good foot. Then when you get comfortable doing it off a small rail or a small kicker, find something slightly bigger, but something that you're comfortable with, 180, land very low. Try ride switch for as long as you can, and when you can't hold it anymore, boom, come back over to your good foot. And if you really want to push yourself, find something super big that you can already hit, and just boost the 180 and land switch. Alright guys, so now that you can comfortably land switch, ride away from it, and then come back to your good foot, you're now gonna go up an obstacle on your bad foot. I would say this is easier than landing switch, it's just a scarier step, so that's why I put it as the last step. Alright, so you've been working on your little switch ollies. Why not now try to do a switch ollie 180, just to get kind of used popping off that switch foot. Two hands, pop, kick that football, bring the handle into your hip, and just mess around with that small ollie 180s to get comfortable, kind of pushing off your switch foot and turning. Then when you want to go up an obstacle switch, get nicely balanced, one hand on the handle, weight slightly on the back foot, get on, stay low, and then this part should be easy. If you followed it step by step, you already learned how to land switch, so now you just got to think about riding up, which is slightly easier, just maybe a little bit scarier, but then the landing is something that you should already know how to do. Then find something like the mini kicker. Maybe here you don't want to land switch, but ride up it switch. And then if you did the switch ollie 180, well then you just do the same thing you did on that ollie 180, but off the mini kicker. Now let's go for something slightly bigger. Edge with 2 hands, drop 1 hand, stay low. Weight 60-40, land low, ride away from it, come back to your good foot. So if you guys just take like 15 minutes every session, whether it's the 15 minutes to warm up or the end of the 15 minutes when you're a little bit more tired, just to work on your switch, whether it's learning the surface 180 or whether it's landing switch off an obstacle for the first time or going up an obstacle switch for the first time. But if you just spend like 15 minutes every session, that's like the minimum, you're gonna be a master at switch riding, and you'll eventually get to a point to where you might even prefer doing stuff switch. Like I would prefer flipping onto a rail switch just because I'm more comfortable doing like a switch half cab roll or a switch tantrum than I am on my good foot now, because I ride so much switch. Like being a left foot rider on a right foot cable makes it like you're kind of forced to ride more switch, which I think is like a blessing in disguise. Guys, so we're gonna pop a little bonus into this tutorial. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of homework. Take your favorite trick, and so this is for my guys who can already ride a little bit of switch, right? Take a trick that you really enjoy doing and then bring it over to your switch foot. So we're gonna go for a back lip and a switch back lip, because the switch back lip is a pretty tough one for a lot of people. All right, boys, so let's go for a regular back lip right here. Woo! Go switch back lip right here. Woo! Woohoo! So boys, that right there is a great way to kind of start working on your switch riding once you're already comfortable riding around the lake switches. Find tricks that are kind of basic and that you're already very comfortable on your foot, and that you kind of feel like, okay, I feel confident bringing this over to my switch foot. And then just sessioning it, you know, just going like a switch back lip took me maybe an hour of just going switch back lip every lap on one feature, but by the end of that hour, I was so comfortable with it. Oi! So the one thing I want you guys to take away from this video is just to ride more switch. The earlier you start, the easier it becomes in the long run, and it'll just open so many doors for you. You can go to a new cable, and if, like, for example, let's say you wanted to come to Thai Wake Park, hit the mega wall feature that's over there, and it was on the right side, and then it's on your heel side. You get here, they swap sides, it's now on your toe side, and you're like, oh, I'm so scared to hit it toe side. But if you're good on your switch, then hit it switch heel side. Boys, we're gonna wrap up the tutorial right there. I don't know if you can see, but we filmed this right before the storm's about to hit. I hope this video helps you guys out. If you guys have any questions, just go ask me down in the comments below. And if any of you ever want a one-on-one coaching session, just DM me on my Instagram and we'll get that sorted. But other than that, boys, go comment down below what kind of tutorials you guys want in the future, or what kind of content you guys want on this channel. I make this content for you guys, so I listen to what you guys want. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up right there. Thanks you guys for watching. Go subscribe, go like the video, and I'll see you guys this sexy Monday with a new video. I might be going on vacation in a few days, so might be a chill vacation vlog. Let's see. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.